Yes, it's very simple. Crosby right now is looking good. He's number one in the heap, but he could fall to 3 if Reyes wins here and a Pancho gets 4 racks or more. If Reyes wins and a Pancho gets 3 or less, Crosby will go into the round of 64 as well. Reyes, though, if he loses, well, it's a Pancho and Crosby who will progress from Group 2. Reyes has got plenty of action off the break. Look how central that cue ball is.
Yeah, he's going to be very pleased with that, as we're used to seeing now. The wing ball has gone into the corner pocket. You see that 3 ball rocketing right into the corner. The 1 ball also slid into the side, and the 2 ball has set up nicely. Well, as we're fond of saying, this is the kind of rack you want to open with. No clusters. Just stick to your knitting, do the work.
Yeah, it really should be a simple cleanup for any player in this World Championship. This particular table for Reyes, I think an early indication of where he's at with his form and his consistency. If he does the job here, we'll know that the fellow is perhaps getting back to his best. If there's a stumble here, it shows that those old problems that we saw in days 1 and 2 could still be around for him.
Well, everyone is putting pressure on this man to do well. It's coming at him from all sides. Well, you saw him kind of steer that shot with his cue stick, so that's a sign of a little lack of comfort.
I don't think anybody's sitting pretty, are they? Because, as you say, Roy Pancho on the big stage, he needs 4 racks. I'm sure he doesn't even want to think in those terms. And somewhere in this auditorium, I saw him a few minutes ago, Tony Crosby is wandering around, and he doesn't know who to cheer for. He needs either Reyes to demolish his opponent, or he needs a Pancho to beat Reyes.
Yes,
so
he needs a lopsided match either way.
He needs help, and he'll be rooting for whoever jumps out into the early lead.
I can tell you, he told me right before I came in here he doesn't like his chances. Efren Reyes wins the first rack. Nice break and run to open his. This young man, Roy Pancho, everyone has glowing things to say about his personality. He's just a great fellow, but he has confided in us that he is a nervous wreck right now. He would rather be anywhere than on this television table with so much at stake.
And I really hope for his sake, a young man on the big stage for the first time, I hope he can handle this, Jerry. It would be a real shame for him to have played so well in his first 2 matches to suffer a meltdown here. And I'm sure the psychology, Jerry, if you were coaching him, that's the most unconvincing start. If you were in his corner, you'd be saying, don't think about 4 racks. I need 4 racks to qualify. You've got to think in terms of winning the match, haven't you?
Yeah, and that starts with concentrating on each individual rack one at a time. Stay in the moment. But he's been presented with a very tough table. You see, balls are crowded up against the rails. There's nothing out in the open, nothing in the middle of the table. I'm sure we'll see him play a safety here, marry the cue ball up against the 8. What he doesn't want to do is leave that 4, though, down on the rail, because Reyes is one of the best kickers in the world, and he's got a big pocket. That 7 ball can help him put the 4 in.
This is the problem when you're playing Reyes, isn't it? It is so hard to find somewhere safe on the table.
Oh, it's so difficult to disarm this man. But that turned out to a Pancho's favor.
Will it pass, though? Will it get past that brown?
Well, it doesn't look like it from that angle. And I also don't know if the 4 is tall enough or in front of the 7 ball enough for him to play a carom and hit the 4 first, slide off, and then push the 7 into the pocket.
From this angle, that would appear to be the best shot for him, but...
Well, I don't know. It looks like that 4 is below the 7. If it's below the 7, he can't. Tough shot for someone admittedly suffering nerves. Oh, it doesn't look like it.